Hello everyone, welcome to game number 81. In the Washington Nationals replay, we've officially hit the halfway mark. Before I get into the series that's going to start here in Detroit, I need to review games number 79 and 80 since they were off camera. And we'll look at game 79 first. And it was actually the Marlins with a 3-2 victory over the Nationals. Zach Gallen bested Patrick Corbin. Sergio Romo got his 12th save. For the Marlins, Rojas did hit a home run in the bottom of the fifth. That was the difference. Gave him that 3-1 lead, so that when Romo gave up a run in the ninth, it didn't matter. They held on for the win. That dropped Washington to 47-32 after 79 games. Game number 80, a little bit different story. Nationals win it behind Steven Strasburg. 7-6 is his new record. They won it 5-3, and Doolittle got his 16th save. Big hitter, Trey Turner. Couple of hits, a walk, a hit by pitch, scored a couple of runs, stole a base. Matt Adams hit a home run as well. But basically just nice job of pitching by Strasburg, going 6 1/3, giving up just 2 earned runs, 8 hits, 1 walk, and 8 strikeouts. So that's where we're staying now. The Washington Nationals are now 48-32 as we head to game 81, which is going to be in Detroit. And at least one significant roster move by the Nationals. Ryan Zimmerman is back. He has not played since April, I believe it was April 28th. So he is back off the injured list, and Michael Taylor was sent down to the minors. So let's look at the rest of the series. Today is June 28th in the schedule. Game 1 of the series against Detroit. Game 2 we'll have Austin Voth against Gregory Soto, and that's going to be on the 29th. And then on the 30th, we have Max Scherzer against former National Ryan Zimmerman. And then July 1st is an off day. And then July 2nd, the Nationals are back home to again face the Miami Marlins. So let's look at the rosters for the Tigers. Pretty much like I said, the Nationals roster has not changed other than the fact that Ryan Zimmerman is up and Michael Taylor is sent down. So for the Tigers, on their bench, they have one left-handed hitter. Actually, they have no left-handed hitters. I thought this guy was lefty, but he's actually a righty. So we got Jacoby Jones, Gordon Beckham, Ronnie Rodriguez, and backup catcher John Hicks. For some reason, I thought Jacoby Jones was a lefty. He's actually a righty. So I had that misprinted on my scorebook that I had him on the bench as a lefty. He's actually a righty. In the bullpen for the Tigers, they do have a total of 8 pitchers. And let's break it down, lefty-righty. They do have 3 lefties in the bullpen. They have Blaine Hardy, Daniel Stumpf, and Nick Ramirez. And right-handers, they got 9 guys in the bullpen. Is that what I'm counting? Did I count that right? I got a lot of guys here that I don't know was on the team. So let me just double check this and make sure that I got my rosters correct. Let's take a look here using the PC replay computer to make sure I've got these guys where they're supposed to be. Yes, Hardy, Stumpf, and Ramirez are all on the roster. And then we have right-hander Buck Farmer, right-hander Victor Alcantara, right-hander Jose Cisnero, right-hander Austin Adams, and their closer, right-hander Shane Green. So these are all accurate. And then also, if I didn't put him up here before, Joe Jimenez is also in the bullpen. So they got 9 pitchers in the bullpen. So sounds like Ron Gardenhire thinks he's going to need a lot of pitching. I don't know. Starter for today's game for the Tigers is left-hander Daniel Norris. And on the season replay, Norris is 4-5 with a 3.58 ERA, 73 innings pitched, 61 hits, 31 runs, 29 earned, 17 walks, and 16 strikeouts. Starting lineup for the Tigers. Leading off and playing center field is Victor Reyes. Batting second, playing right field, Nick Castellanos. Hitting third as the designated hitter, Miguel Cabrera. Batting cleanup in left field is Christian Stewart. Hitting fifth, playing first base, Brandon Dixon. Hitting sixth and playing third base is Jeimer Candelario. Batting seventh and playing shortstop is Nico Goodrum. Batting eighth and playing second base, Harold Castro. And batting ninth and catching, Bobby Wilson. So that is the roster for the Tigers. And of course, the two I didn't show were the starters, Soto and Zimmerman, for the future games. And then the other two starters on the roster are not even going to appear in this series, so not really worth mentioning. All right, today is June, and the schedule is June 28th, 2019. It's a Friday evening in Detroit. Let's look at the standings. Updated standings. Washington is now 48-32. In real life, Atlanta at this point was 48-34, so they're still a game back. Philadelphia 5.5 back, Mets 12 back, and Miami 17.5 back. Let's look at the lineup for the Nationals heading into this game. Trey Turner leads off short, Adam Eaton in right, Rendon at third, Soto in left, Kendrick at first, and then Ryan Zimmerman, his first game since April 27th. He's back as DH. Suzuki, Dozier, and Robles round out the starting nine, and then the bench they have two lefties, Adams and Parra, with one right-hander, Gomes. So that, whoops, knocked my ballpark card over. So hopefully that gets the administrative things out of the way so we can get down to business, and that is the business of baseball. Daniel Norris finishing up the warm-up tosses. Trey Turner stepping in, and now need to do a check through the phone and make sure everything is showing up okay. It looks like it is. I can actually raise this book up a little bit, can't I? Okay. And actually, I didn't write in all the pitchers for the Tigers that need to be written in the bullpen. I only have about 6 of them there, so I need to put in some of these other guys. Another lefty, Blaine Hardy, so we see who they have available when the time comes. So they have Stumpf, Hardy, and Ramirez, 3 lefties. And then they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be a 6th, Jimenez. I didn't write Jimenez in. Jimenez. Okay, so as we get going here, that's who the Tigers have on in their bullpen. They have 3 lefties, Stumpf, Hardy, and Ramirez. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Stumpf, Hardy, and Ramirez are the 3 left-handers. Yep. And then they have 6 right-handers, Adams, Farmer, Cisnero, Alcantara, Green, and Jimenez. So those are the 9 bullpen arms that are available to Ron Gardenhire. Hopefully he's thinking he won't have to go through all of those in one game, but you never know how Daniel Norris is going to turn out. All right, so get one last line up here and make sure that everything's okay. I got the computer right in front of me to keep track of the stats and input them as the game goes along. And of course I got out of focus, so it's a good thing I checked. So for some reason manipulating the book like that and moving things around got everything out of focus. So hopefully now everything is copacetic. It looks like it is. All right, so we are ready to go. Daniel Norris facing Trey Turner. Trey Turner enters the game hitting .293, 8 homers, and 29 driven in. Norris, 4-1's a strikeout chance, but 13 is too much. We go to Trey Turner. 3-3, and that's a single to center field. So single to center for Trey Turner, and he's always looking to see if he can get a jump, try to steal some bases. Norris has 0 on his hold rating, a 6 attempt rating for Turner. And he cannot get the jump, so he will stand fast. And that'll bring up the right fielder, the struggling Adam Eaton, hitting .232, 8 homers, and 45 driven in. Lefty on lefty, 1-6, possible error. 3-4, and that's a single to center field. There is no error, that's a 13. Reyes is only a 2, but it is a single to center field, and we'll check base runner advancement. Single to center, go from first to third, you lose 1. Turner, and I forgot to write down the base running ratings for the Nationals. I did it for the Tigers, didn't write it down for the Nationals. Turner runs at a 3, so he's going to drop to a 2. Reyes is a 0. So 1 to 2, and he can make third base. He will not. He has to hold, so he stops at second base. Runners at first and second. The two leadoff guys, the two rabbits, are on the base paths with nobody out, setting it up for the bigger guys, Rendon and Soto and company. 1-5 for a pickoff chance for Norris, or actually it's a 20, then you roll a 1-5, but 16 doesn't match that. So here's Rendon hitting .313, 16 homers and 53 driven in. Tigers could use a double play about now. 2-6 a strikeout, they'll take that too if they can get it, but against a right-hander, Rendon's only a 5. Stadium doesn't add anything. It takes away 3 from walks and adds nothing to strikeouts. So if that fails, Rendon will get to swing. 6-5, he's going to fly to left. 1 away. And I don't believe there's any chance for Turner to go to third base on that. Looking at the new charts, you lose 3 on a fly to left, and Turner's only a 3, so that make him a 0. But Stewart is a +2 arm, so he actually does have a chance of a 1-2 of making it to third base. 6, that means somebody's going to be out on the attempt. So let's roll again. It'll be Turner, unfortunately. He will be out. That'll be a double play. So it's going to be 7 and then a 7-5 double play. Turner got a little bit crazy there trying to take the base. Eaton will hold at second. So actually I've got to put this into the computer. I was going to just hold him there and consider it a regular fly out to left, but then I thought about it. You get that chance, but maybe I shouldn't have thought about it. Maybe I would have been better off not to. So there we go. Double play is in the books. 2 outs now with Rendon flying out into that double play. Leaves Eaton at first with 2 outs. And here's Juan Soto. Check the attempt on Eaton. He's got an attempt of 2. Nothing happening. Here's Soto hitting .270, 19 homers and 54 driven in. 6-2, and that's blank. We go to Soto. 3-6, he's going to ground to second, and that's going to end the inning. So what looked promising for the Nationals comes up empty thanks to that double play. And for the Nationals, they get no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the first. Washington nothing, and the Tigers coming to bat. And on the hill for the Nationals is Anibal Sanchez. I think it's pronounced Anibal Sanchez. Try to be accurate. And his numbers through 14 starts, he is 5-3 with a 3.87 ERA, 79 innings pitched, 72 hits, 39 runs, 34 of which were earned, 27 walks, and 59 strikeouts. So Sanchez will be taking the mound for the Nationals, trying to improve his record to 6-3. Victor Reyes, the center fielder, very limited duty for Victor Reyes. He only has 1 at bat. So this is really his first start of the season. He's 0 for 1, so that's why he has nothing here. He had a couple of pinch running appearances and so forth, but this is his first start of the season. And he's going to get it against Sanchez. 4-6, that's a range play at Comerica Park. 6-6, that's a ground ball in front of the plate. Range play for Suzuki, he's only a 2. So Suzuki is a 2. And he can't get to it, so that's going to be a base hit. Victor Reyes squibs one in front of the plate, and he beats it to first before Suzuki can get to him. And the speedster will now be on base. He's got an attempt of 3 plus 1 from Sanchez is a 4. So he will get the chance to steal. He's a 15, plus 3 is an 18, plus 2 from Suzuki is a 20. So anything other than a 20, he's going to be safe. And he's in there. So stolen base for Reyes, and immediately he is making an impact in this game in his first start of the 2019 season. Now to bring up Nick Castellanos, right fielder, before he gets traded to the Cubs later on. He's hitting .284, 14 homers, 51 driven in. Strategy roll for Sanchez. Nothing happening. Castellanos Facing Sanchez, 6-4. Strikeout chance 12 is too high. Go to Castellanos. 2-2. He's going to double to right field. And just like that, the Tigers take a 1-0 lead. Nationals figuring they had an easy part of their schedule. But Tigers showing them different. Castellanos, an RBI double. That'll bring up the veteran Miggy Cabrera. Cabrera hitting .279, 7 homers, 32 driven in. Nothing on the strategy roll. 6-2 is a blank off of Sanchez. Cabrera 5-4 against a right-hander. That's a fly to center. Let's see if Castellanos has any chance to move up. Robles is a -1 arm. Fly to center, you lose 2, makes him a -3, and he is a 3, so that makes him a 0. So he has no opportunity. He will have to stand pat. Fly to center, not deep enough. 1 away. And that'll bring up Christian Stewart, the left fielder, hitting .291, 5 homers, 28 driven in. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Sanchez, 4-4, double question mark, left-handed hitting Stewart. 1-2 is an automatic out, but that's a 3, so Stewart will get to swing. 2-5, and he's going to double to center field. Boy, another double. And it's now 2-0 Tigers. RBI doubles almost back to back by Castellanos and Stewart, and the Tigers lead it 2-0. And Dave Martinez shaking his head, doesn't want to have to go to the bullpen so early. But Sanchez, they don't want him to struggle either. Here's Brandon Dixon. He's, speaking of struggling, he's only hitting .181, 4 homers and 11 driven in. Strategy roll, nothing going on. Sanchez to Dixon, 1-5 is a strikeout chance, but 15 is too much. So Dixon gets to swing. 6-6, and he's going to ground it to short for out number 2. If we roll a 6, then the runner on second can make third. Otherwise, he has to hold. And he has to hold. So Stewart will hold up right there. I'm sorry, no, it's a ground ball to short, not to third. So he just needs to beat, his BR needs to beat the die roll, which was a 1. So he can move up. It's when you go to third that you have to have a 6. Grounding to short, he does move up. My bad on that. So he does move up to third base on the ground out. But there are now 2 outs for Candelario. Candelario also hitting .181, 7 homers, 16 driven in. But Sanchez has got to make sure there's no pickoff error or balk or anything that gives up a cheap run. Nothing there, so let's see. 2-5, and that's an automatic out against a... No, I'm sorry, he's a switch hitter batting left, so it's a walk chance. 18, though, is too high. So we go to Candelario. 1-2, star 2 is a fly to center, and that ends the inning. So an eventful inning for Sanchez, a little bit more eventful than what Dave Martinez would have hoped for. But the Tigers pick up 2 runs. They do it on 3 base hits, no errors, and 1 left. At the end of 1, it's Detroit 2 and Washington nothing. And maybe the Nationals a little bit stunned. Here's Howie Kendrick to lead it off. And he'll be followed by the returning Ryan Zimmerman. So Kendrick will lead it off. He's hitting .277, 10 homers, 43 driven in. 5-6, strikeout chance, and that's a 1, so he's out of there. All right, that brings up Ryan Zimmerman, his first game back since April 27th. He has only had 83 at-bats this season, and in those 83 at-bats, he's hitting .229, 1 homer and 12 driven in. And this is a great time to bring him back because you can DH him, kind of ease him into playing first base again. So good chance to do that. 4-6, strikeout chance, 5, got him. So his first game back, and he strikes out. So 2 strikeouts in a row for Norris this inning. Brings up Kurt Suzuki. He's hitting .278, 5 homers, 22 driven in. 4-1's another strikeout chance, and he got him. So Norris strikes out the side, looking more like Chuck Norris on that one. And he puts the Nationals away easily, 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the second, still 2-0, favor of Detroit. Sanchez will look to turn things around against Nico Goodrum, shortstop. Goodrum hitting 261, 7 homers, 30 driven in. 5-3 is a blank. We go to Goodrum. 6-5 against, and he's a split, but against a right-hander, it's a grounder to short. So Goodrum will ground out to Turner, 1 away. Brings up Harold Castro, second baseman. And as you can see on his card, he plays a little bit everywhere, second, third, and all the outfield. He is hitting .354. He's 28 for 79, so limited duty, but he is hitting .354, 4 homers, and 9 driven in. 3-5 from Sanchez, a possible error on a throw. Castro 3-1's a fly to right, so that takes care of that. 2 down. As Eaton secures it. And that'll send up the 9th hitter, Bobby Wilson. He is a little used catcher, but he is playing in this part of the season. He's only had 16 at bats. He is hitting a .125, which equates to 2 for 16. No homers and 2 driven in. Sanchez 5-3 is a blank again. Go to Wilson. 4-2. That's a double. That's a question mark 7, I should say. 1-10 is a hit, but that's a 15, so it's just a fly to left. And it's a 1-2-3 inning this time for Sanchez. Much better for Sanchez. Gets the 1-2-3 inning. And at the end of 2, it is still 2-0 Tigers. And that'll send up Brian Dozier to lead it off for the Nats. Dozier hitting .262, 9 homers, and 27 driven in. 1-3 is a possible hit by pitch. That's a 9. He's a 6, but it's a -3, so no 9. Here is Dozier. 1-3. That's a fly to left. 1 away. All right, 1 down for Victor Robles. He's hitting .231, 8 homers, 36 driven in. 1-2. Double question mark. He's a right-hander. 1-3 is a single, but that's an 8, so it's a blank. Robles gets the swing. 4-6, it's a question mark 8 against a lefty. Goes to 14, but that's a 20, so it's going to be a fly to center. And the D20s are not helping the Nationals in this game. Definitely on the wrong end of some of those rolls. So 2 up and 2 down, back to the top of the order for Trey Turner. He singled and stole second, but then was caught trying to take third on a fly out. 1-5 is the ballpark card going to Comerica Park. 3-6, that's a home run to center field, but against the lefty he's only a 4, that's a 15, so he's just going to hit a deep fly to center to end the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Mr. Norris, and he is showing that he is large and in charge. He was only 3-13 with a 4.49 ERA in the 2019 season, but he's pitching a lot better than his numbers. All right, so Sanchez now will be out again, trying to keep pace with Mr. Norris. Back to the top of the order, Victor Reyes. Single, stole second, and scored on the Castellanos double his first time up. 2-2, straight up home run chance, but that's a 20. So Reyes has only had a 4, and that's a 20, so no home run, but he will get the swing. 5-3 is going to ground to second, 1 away. And for anybody new watching that wonders why Trey Turner on the previous at bat didn't get a chance to swing after failing a home run, it's because it came off the ballpark card. Failed home runs off the ballpark card are automatic outs. Failed home runs off the pitcher card, you get to reboot. It's just treated like a blank. So that's the difference. In case you were curious, most of you probably know that, but sometimes it's worth mentioning. Here's Castellanos. He doubled his first time up. 3-5, and that's a possible error on a throw. Oh, the blue die did not go through. That's Suet Ice. Let's try again. 2-6. Single to third base. 14, no error for Rendon. Now, some of the new charts, I believe, have changed this into a range play, but let's just double check it here. Not a range play, but a speed play. So single to third base on a failed, well, it's not a failed error check. He passed the error check. So I guess you just keep it because there's no error there, because that's higher than the number. So it's not a failed error check. So we don't have to worry about whether it's an infield play or not. As far as I'm aware, when there's no error to be had, you just treat it as a regular single. And if I'm wrong, somebody please tell me on that. But that's the way I'm interpreting the new chart. All right, so Castellanos is on with an attempt of 2. Try to get a jump. He cannot. Here's Cabrera. Sanchez, 3-2 is a blank. We go to Cabrera's card. 3-2 again. It's going to single pass second. Castellanos is a 4 to get from first to third on a single pass second. All you need is a 3. So actually, Castellanos is a 3. That's all he needed. So runners at the corners, and Sanchez is in trouble again. Strategy roll for a possible pickoff, but no 20. And here's Christian Stewart. Infield for the Nationals is going to play in because the chance of a double play is almost non-existent. That's a 1 and a -1, so they only have a chance of a 1 for a double play. So they're going to play the infield in. They're going to take a chance, play the infield in. Sanchez could really use a strikeout right now. 2-5, he won't get it. That's a possible walk. 11, though, is too high, so no walk. Stewart will hit. 3-5. 3-5 is a star 4, which is a ground ball to second. With the infield in, it takes Castellanos down to a 1. So with the infield in, there's no chance of a double play. It's simply the only play is at first base. Cabrera will take second. And that's the only play. So the batter is out. Everybody else has to hold. I'm sorry. Cabrera goes to second. Runner on third had to hold. So now we're set. Second and third, 2 down. And that brings up Brandon Dixon. And that's probably a smart move to play the infield in because they would have had to roll a 1 to get a double play. And if they didn't, the run would have scored. So runners at second and third with 2 down. Strategy roll, nothing happening. Here's Dixon. He grounded to short his first time. 5-5, possible error. 1-5, ground ball to short. Ground ball to short. Turner's a 7, but that's a 15, so Turner will make the play to end the inning. And Sanchez gets out of more trouble without allowing any more runs. So no damage done in the long run. We go to the 4th, still 2-0 Tigers. And how long can Mr. Norris keep this up? He's faced 1 above the minimum, allowing 2 singles, and that's it. So Adam Eaton will lead it off. Lefty on lefty. 5-3 is a possible error on a ground ball. Eaton 5-6, and that's a liner to first, so no ground ball to worry about. 1 away, and that brings up Anthony Rendon. Rendon hit that fly ball to center field that Turner was trying to move up on and got doubled off. Norris 2-5. Strikeout chance 9 is too high, so Rendon gets the swing. 4-4, and that's a ground ball to third. 2 down. And it sends us to Juan Soto. 5-2 is a range play. We go to Soto's card for a range check. 3-2, that is a ground ball to second. The range of Castro is a 3. 1-3, and Castro makes the play. He does not. It was a 1 and it flipped to a 5 at the last minute. So Soto gets the 2-out single. Don't know if he has much of an attempt. Let's see. Soto attempt is a 1. Well, we'll try it. And it is a 1. How about that? He got a break, so he will get a chance to steal. 18 plus the 1 is a 19, plus 1 from Wilson's a 20, so anything other than the 20, he makes it. 2, it's a possible throwing error on Wilson, but Wilson has a 0 error rating, so no throwing error. But it will be a stolen base for Mr. Soto. He gets a steal. He did steal 12 on the season. So he's at second base. He's in scoring position with 2 outs for Howie Kendrick. Roll for a pickoff, but there's no 20. Norris to Kendrick. 5-4, that's the ballpark card going to Comerica Park. 5-4 again is a ground ball to short, and that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing for the Nationals. They put a runner at second, and that was all they could muster. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the bottom of the fourth, still 2-0 Tigers. Here on a Friday night in the Motor City. This weekend series in Detroit before the Nationals have Monday off and go back to DC for a Tuesday series with the Marlins. All right, here's Candelario. He flew to center his first trip. 4-3, that's an automatic out. Got that star line, so it's going to be a fly to center. One down. And that will send us to Nico Goodrum, shortstop. 2-6, strikeout chance, 6, got him. Goodrum out on strikes, and that is the first strikeout for Sanchez. He's not really a strikeout pitcher. Only 59. Well, that is now strikeout number 60 in roughly 82 innings, so well under a strikeout per inning. He's not really a strikeout guy. 166 innings, he struck out 134, so he's about right on pace. All right, here is Castro. 5-2, ballpark card going back to Comerica. 6-4, and that's a ground ball right back to the mound. Sanchez handles it easily. And a 3-up and 3-down easy inning for Anibal Sanchez. We go to the top of the fifth. Still 2-0 Tigers. And it'll be Zimmerman to lead it off. Trying to shake off that rust. Zimmerman, Suzuki, and Dozier, the scheduled hitters. Do a focus check again to make sure we're okay. Looks like we are. Okay, top of the fifth. Here is Mr. Zimmerman. 5-4, that's the ballpark card going right back to Comerica Park again. We seem to go there a lot. 2-4, and that's a blank, so we're going to the rare play chart. Rare play chart, and hopefully it's not an injury thing for Zimmerman, we would hope anyway. All right, let's roll the 2d6s. 31. 31 says grounder to third, who throws in the dirt, making the first baseman scoop the ball. Resolve the play using a range play, checking the first baseman to see if he scoops the ball. Batter out. Otherwise, it's a one-base error. All right, so the first baseman, Dixon, is a 3. A 1, 2, or 3, he digs it out, and Zimmerman is out of there. 4, 5, 6, he cannot, and Zimmerman reaches on the E5. It's a 3, so Dixon with the nice scoop makes the play, saves the error. Saves Candelario from being charged with an error. That will send up Suzuki. Norris, 4-5. Range play at the ballpark. So again, going back to Comerica. This time for a range check. 4-5. That's a single to second, but it is a range play. Castro is a 3. And Castro takes the hit away. So he ranged far to his left and was able to make the play and throw Suzuki out. Take a hit away from Suzuki. Brings up Dozier. 2-5, strikeout chance. 13 is too much. Go to Dozier, 2-1. He's going to fly to left. Innings over. Another 1-2-3 inning for Mr. Norris. He has tossed 5 shutout innings. He's doing much better than he was doing in his replay. He was 4.49 on the season, but now his ERA is down below 3.5. So he's shaved a whole point off his ERA so far in this replay via the PC replay game plus this game here. All right, so we go to the bottom of the fifth, still 2-0, and it'll be the 9th hitter, Bobby Wilson, to lead it off for the Tigers. Sanchez has settled down since that rough first inning. He's kind of gotten himself back in the groove, but he would like to get some support from his mates. Sanchez, 6-3, strikeout chance, but 16 is too high. Go to Wilson, 5-1's a fly to left. 1 away, flips the order over. 2-2 Reyes. Sanchez, 5-1, strikeout chance, got him. 2 down. For Castellanos. 3-5, and that's ball 1. 4-4, that's a double question mark. 1-10 is an automatic out. That's a 6, so it will be an automatic out, and the automatic out is a fly to center. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Mr. Sanchez, as he is also settled in. And at the end of 5, it's Detroit 2 and Washington nothing. I was expecting an offensive game with a lot of runs, but so far that hasn't come to fruition. Doesn't mean it won't in the last 4 innings, but that's not the way it's starting. Norris can face 20 batters. He's faced 17, so coming up on his fatigue inning, but he's pitching so well you hate to take him out. But it is something to be cognizant of. Here's Robles. 3-3. That's a home run question mark. 1-10 against a righty, but that's a 14, so no home run chance. But Robles will swing. 6-6. He's going to double to right field, so he couldn't homer, but he did double. And maybe that's the start of something for Washington to try to get back in this game. Leadoff double for Robles. Brings up Turner. Strategy roll, nothing happened. Haven't had to use a strategy roll for Norris in a while. Tells you how well he's pitching. But in this case, we finally had to. Here's Turner. 5-1 is a possible walk, and he will get the base on balls, even with the -3 there. That 8 -3 is still a 5, which that falls in there. So it's going to put runners at first and second. It does set up a double play, but Eaton's a great bunter, so I think Eaton's going to bunt here. They will go ahead and expect it since he's struggling. They're going to go ahead and play the infield corners in. First thing we'll do is roll for a pickoff. There is no pickoff, so now Norris will pitch to Eaton, but Eaton's going to be bunting. 6-6 is a strikeout chance. His strikeout chance is cut in half when he's bunting, drops him to a 4, but that's a 3. So he's going to strike out. Can't get the bunt down, he will strike out. So tough break there for Eaton, couldn't get the bunt down. And that'll bring up Anthony Rendon. He is definitely not bunting. There's a 20. Chance of a pickoff 1-5, and they would be picking off Robles at second if they get it. Robles gets back. All right, here's Norris to Rendon. 1-2, double question mark against the righty. He's a 1-3 for a single, but that's a 9, so nothing happening there. So to Rendon, 3-3. He's going to single to right field. So Rendon with the base hit. We'll check runner advancement. Castellanos is a +1 arm. Robles, and I forgot to write down the speed ratings of the last couple guys in the order. Robles runs at a 4. So let's check Robles. He runs at a 4. The single to right field, you add 1 to try to score, which makes him a 5. Castellanos is a +1, makes it a 6. So Robles will score without a throw. Now the question is, what about Turner? He runs as a 3. To get from first to third, you add 2, makes him a 5, plus the 1, which means he makes it to third base without a throw. So the old-fashioned, if you're thinking in terms of Stratomac, that's an old-fashioned single star to advance the runners 2 bases each. And the Nationals now cut the lead to 2-1, and they got runners on the corners with only 1 out. And now the bullpen for the Tigers, they got 9 guys in the bullpen. They might as well think about using them. Let's see, Kendrick runs, I might as well fill these in while I'm at it. Kendrick runs at a 3, Zimmerman runs at a 3, Suzuki a 1, and Dozier a 5. Okay, now I got that all filled in. Now Norris has faced 21 batters, so he's actually tired right now. But he is facing the lefty Soto. They're going to want him to face Soto, but they do have bullpen activity. And according to the replay PC, Norris is tired, same as what we've got here. So they do have right-handed action in the bullpen. They are using, let's see who they're using here. Who's got them for the Tigers? Who has who's the freshest right-hander they have? And it looks like it's Alcantara. So they do have Victor Alcantara loosening in the bullpen, and he would come in next to face Kendrick after Norris faces Soto. So runners are at the corners, Rendon has an attempt, forgot to check that, of 1 to try to steal second base. But there's no activity there, so go straight to Soto. Infield is at double play depth. 2-1, strikeout chance, but 20 is too high, so Soto gets the swing. And that's a 1-4 on Soto's card, which is a fly to left. Is it a sacrifice fly? His sacrifice fly rating is a 2. And it is a sacrifice fly, so Turner will come in to score, and we are tied at 2. So now Norris cannot get the win, and he will be removed. He can't actually take the loss. That's the bad part about that. After pitching so well, he can actually absorb a loss if Rendon comes around to score this inning. So with Kendrick coming on, Norris will exit. Tiger fans give him a nice round of applause for a well done effort. And Victor Alcantara will be coming on to pitch for the Tigers, one of their 9 relievers in the bullpen. Can't close the book on Norris yet, with the runner on first being his responsibility. We'll get the numbers on Alcantara on the replay from Replay PC. He is 3-2 with an 0.84 ERA. Boy, he's killing it in the Replay PC in 32 1/3 innings. So much better than what his 4.85 is showing. So let's take these replay stats with a grain of salt, at least I do, because sometimes they hit on them and sometimes they're way, way off. So I don't really necessarily trust them. All right, here's a Kendrick up. Rendon has an attempt of 2. Nothing happening. We're not going to bunt, obviously, with 2 outs. So here is Alcantara to Kendrick. 4-2. That's the ballpark call, going right back to Comerica Park for Kendrick. 5-5. That's a single to right field. And let's see. Rendon almost certainly will make it to third. He's a 3, but there are 2 outs, makes him a 4. And then +1 from Castellanos makes him a 5. First to third, gain 2, makes him a 7. So he will make it to third base automatically. And runners are at the corners. National still batting. Kendrick has an attempt of 2 as well, but nothing happening. So here's Zimmerman, a big spot. Runners at the corners. He could drive in a go-ahead run with the base hit. Alcantara, 4-1 blank. We go to Zimmerman. 3-3, but against a right-hander, he's going to ground to short to end the inning. So Zimmerman fails in the clutch, but the Nationals do tie the game. 2 runs. They do it on 3 hits. No errors, and they left 2 on base. So we go to the bottom of the 6th. I'll do the numbers on the starting pitcher for Detroit in the top of the 7th. We'll wait on that. I don't want to have to flip the book again and again. So now Sanchez back out. Now with a tie game. So he's got to watch his fatigue also. He's faced 20 batters. He can face 24. So Miguel Cabrera is his first one to face him, but he's done really well. He is now retired 8 in a row. Of course, I'd say that now he's going to get blitzed. 4-6 is a range play at the ballpark. Comerica Park. 6-5 is a star 1, which is a fly to left. So we got a range of Soto, who is a 3. And he makes the play. So Soto tracks that down, prevents possible extra bases. Cabrera is out of there, 1 away. Here's Christian Stewart. 2-6, strikeout chance, but 20 is way too high for that. Stewart, 1-4, pops to second. 2 down. And that'll send us to Brandon Dixon. 3-3, strikeout chance. Is he tired? He's faced 18, 22. This is batter 23. So he is not tired. So he will not have to come out, and it will not be a chance for a walk. It'll stay a chance for a strikeout. And he will strike him out. That's a 12. That's a 14. So he gets the K. 1, 2, 3 inning for Sanchez. And at the end of 6, we are tied at 2 from Comerica Park. Now let's get the final numbers on Daniel Norris so we can complete his pitching line. Norris went 5 2/3, giving up 5 hits and 2 runs, all earned. He walked 1, struck out 4. His ERA went from 3.58 to 3.55, so pretty much right on line, didn't really change. And he has a no decision. He will stay at 4 and 5 on the replay. Sanchez is still in the game, and he's still a pitcher of record. So is Alcantara, who's back out for his second inning of work. Alcantara faced 2 batters. He can face 4, so he gets 2 more before he hits fatigue. But they would like to get him through this inning. Suzuki will lead it off. He's 0 for 2. 2-1, another range play. Go to Suzuki. 1-3, single to short, but it's a range check on Goodrum. He's a 4. He could take this hit away, but he does not. It gets past him. Base hit for Suzuki. Leadoff single. Now the bullpen stirring again for the Tigers as the lefty is loosening down there. Suzuki has no attempt, so he will hold fast. No strategy roll needed. Here's Dozier. 3-2, that's a blank. We go to Dozier. 2-3, that's a ground ball to short. Could be a double play. He's a 3. Adds 1 there, makes him a 4. The pivot at second is a 0, but they're halfway, makes it a 5. So anything other than a 6, it'll be a double play. And it is 6-4-3. Just what the doctor ordered if you're Mr. Alcantara. 6-4-3 double play. 2 quick outs, and Victor Robles, the only person standing between us and the 7th inning stretch. 1-6, strikeout chance, not good enough. Robles will swing. 3-6, he's going to ground to short, and that's going to do it for the Nationals. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. 7th inning stretch time. I'm going to stretch myself, and you can sing your Take Me Out to the Ball games or whatever 7th inning stretch activities you prefer. And we'll check on Sanchez to see if he can come back while I'm stretching. Nationals bullpen is active. Let's see, Sanchez has faced 23, he can face 24, so this will be his last. Now, let me stand up and stretch a little bit. This will be his last batter face before he is tired. So the Nationals do have activity in their bullpen. Let's take a look and see who they have that's got the most rest from prior usage. Matt Grace has a lot of rest, so he might be a person that might be coming in if they face a lefty. Not a lot of lefties in the lineup, though, I don't believe, for the Tigers, at least especially not in the bottom of the order. So they also have, it looks like Javi Guerra is another one that's pretty well rested. So they got a couple guys that have a lot of rest, but Grace and Guerra are going to be the first 2 options, it would appear. Right now, Candelario, bottom of the 7th, tied at 2, and this is the last batter that Sanchez can face before tiring. 5-5, possible error. 4-1 is a ground ball to third. That's a 15. Rendon's only a 6. So no error, 1 away. Now Sanchez is tired, but as long as he doesn't hit a parentheses roll, he can keep going. There's Goodrum. 3-2, it's a blank. We go to Goodrum. 3-4, and that's going to be a ground ball to third again. Rendon handles it 1 more time. 2 down. For Harold Castro. 5-5, and that's a possible error. 1-3, that is a double to left field. No error, but it will be a double by Castro. Double by Castro, and now you wonder if the Tigers might pinch hit for their lowly hitting catcher, Bobby Wilson. It seems to make a lot of sense. So Bobby Wilson is getting called back, and we will get a pinch hitter. And the pinch hitter will be Jacoby Jones. So Jacoby Jones is going to pinch hit here in the bottom of the 7th, and then John Hicks, the new catcher, will come in the top of the 8th. So Hicks will come on and catch in the 8th inning. But right now, Jacoby Jones is coming up now. Will he face Sanchez is the question. because Sanchez is tired. There are 2 outs, though. They'd love to get Sanchez through the inning, if at all possible, and not rely on a shaky bullpen. How do they want to do this? You know what? They're going to go out and talk to Sanchez, but Martinez has patted him on the back and said, "Go get him. You're going to get your chance to get him." First, the strategy roll. Nothing happening. So Sanchez to the pinch hitter, Jacoby Jones. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, tied at 2. Runner at second. Sanchez, 3-3, and he hits the fatigue roll. So he's got to come out now, no choice. It's a walk chance. He walks at a 12, but the stadium takes away 3, makes him a 9. That's a 10, so no walk. But Jones will swing. 2-2, and he's going to star 5, which is a ground ball to short to end the inning. But now Sanchez will have to come out, so he goes 7 full and pitches a fine game, only allowing 2 runs. So we can definitely close the book on Sanchez right away as he gets things taken care of. He's going to go 7 innings, give up 6 hits and 2 runs, which were earned all in the first inning. Let's check his walks and strikeouts. For Sanchez, he walked nobody, struck out 3. So he will get, well, actually he has a chance to win the game if the Nationals can score in the top of the 8th to take the lead. Otherwise, he will be saddled with a no decision as well. All right, so now Alcantara will leave for the Tigers as he is fatigued. Hicks is now the new catcher. Nationals will worry about the bullpen. The bottom of the 8th, it could depend on if they have a lead or not. Turner is your leadoff man. So let's see who they might bring in from the bullpen for the Tigers. They will go to Jose Cisnero. Jose Cisnero is coming on. Close the book on Alcantara. And Alcantara went 1 1/3, giving up 2 hits, no runs. Didn't walk anybody, didn't strike anybody out. But now it is Cisneros. The game is in his hand now. And leading off will be Trey Turner for the Nationals. Cisnero on the season replay on Replay PC is 0-0 with a 5.40 ERA. He's only pitched in 3 games, 3 1/3 innings, so he's just now getting his feet wet. So can't really go by those stats because it's not, the sample size is just not big enough. Cisneros to Turner. 4-1, strikeout chance, got him. So Cisneros comes in and strikes out Trey Turner. Big out there to keep the leadoff man off the bases. Here's Adam Eaton. 4-5, another strikeout chance, but that's too much. Go to Eaton, 1-6. He's going to fly to center, and that's 2 away. And that will send us to Anthony Rendon. 2-1. That's a possible hit by pitch, and it will be a hit by pitch. So Rendon gets plunked. A 2-out hit by pitch puts Rendon on. He has no attempt, so there's no strategy roll to worry about. And that brings up Soto. Cisneros to Soto. 1-5. We're going to the ballpark card. Comerica Park for Soto. 4-4. He's going to single pass first. Rendon runs at a 3 to get from first to third on an S3. All he needs a 2, so Rendon, he's actually a 4 with 2 outs, so he's going to make it to third base easily. Runners are at the corners now for Howie Kendrick, and this is the last batter Cisneros can face. Cisnero. Soto has an attempt to 1, but again, -1 there, so no strategy roll. So they're going to stick with Cisnero against Kendrick in this big spot. 6-4. That's a straight up home run chance. He's an 11. That's an 11. It is gone. Howie Kendrick, a 3-run home run here in the top of the 8th, and maybe they stuck with Cisneros 1 batter too many, as he just got waylaid with a 3-run homer off the bat of Howie Kendrick. That 6-4 roll, straight up home run. He's an 11. That's an 11. Ballpark doesn't change it. It is a 3-run blast And now Gardenhire kicking himself for not taking Cisneros out of there. He is now tired, so he will be coming out. He had a rough outing. He goes 2/3 of an inning. Did well the first two batters. The hit batter just kept the inning going, so he gives up 2 hits, 3 runs, no walks and a strikeout, although he did hit a batter. And now the Tigers will go to their bullpen again for yet another right-hander. And they will go to Austin Adams. Right-hander Austin Adams is coming on. And on the replay, Austin Adams is 1-1 with a 5.25 ERA. So Austin Adams is on. And he'll be facing Zimmerman with 2 outs and the bases clear. But Nationals now lead at 5-2. 1-2 is a strikeout chance. That's too high. Go to Zimmerman, 4-6. Against a right-hander, that's a ground ball to short, and that's going to end the inning. So Zimmerman 0-for-4 on his return as a DH. But the Nationals strike for 3 runs, and now Anibal Sanchez is now the pitcher record to get a win. 3 runs for the Nationals on just 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's Washington 5, Detroit 2, and we will get a new pitcher for the Nationals, and we'll see who they have available or who they want to go to. And I believe, if I was looking at it earlier, I said Grace was one of the guys that was the most fresh, and the other one was Javi Guerra. So with a 3-run lead, they got Reyes coming up, Castellanos, switch, and 2 righties. So they're going to go with Javi Guerra. Javi Guerra will be coming on. Right-hander. And Guerra on the replay checks in at 1-1 with a 4.31 ERA and 1 save. So Guerra will be facing the top of the order, Reyes, Castellanos, and Cabrera. 1-5, strikeout chance, got him. So Guerra gets the K. And here is Castellanos. 5-6, that's another strikeout chance, and he gets him too. So maybe this game is just a microcosm of why Detroit is such a bad team. They had a 2-0 lead going smoothly until the 6th inning, and then let it all get away, and the bullpen just crapped the bed. Here's Cabrera. Oh, the blue die did not go through. Suadice, let's try again. 2-6, strikeout chance, but 17's too much. We go to Cabrera. 5-6, and he's going to ground to third. It's easy 1-2-3 inning for Guerra. And actually, he's got the fatigue to go and complete the game if he is still effective. We go to the 9th. It is 5-2. Nationals lead it. Austin Adams. Is he going to come back is the question. Let's see if they want to bring him back or not. They might or they might not. See how they want to play it. I think they might go ahead and make another change. Let's see. How many batters did he face? He only faced 1 batter though, right? Yeah, no, Austin Adams coming back out. He only faced 1 batter. He can face 5. So Austin Adams will be back out, and he'll be facing the bottom of the order, Suzuki, Dozier, and Robles. Here in the top of the 9th, now a 5-2 Washington lead. Adams, oops, that's another Suadice. Adams to Suzuki, 1-2 is a strikeout chance, but 19 is too high. Go to Suzuki, 2-4. He's going to line it to short. 1 away. So Suzuki is out of there. It brings up Brian Dozier. 2-2, walk plus. But let's see, yeah, even with the -3, he's still going to, with the walk plus, it's going to be a walk to Dozier. 1 out walk. Strategy roll, no strategy roll. With a 3-run deficit, no strategy roll. Here's Robles. Adams, 1-5, possible error on a throw. 1-1 is a fly to left, so no worries there. 2 down. And that brings us to Trey Turner, the top of the order. Turner 1 for 3, a walk and a strikeout. 1-5, possible error on a throw. 3-2, that's a single to center field. Or I'm sorry, not to center field, to shortstop. 5 would be an error. So let's see, it's a failed error check on an S6. But I think that means it's not, according to new charts, that's not going to be an error chance. That's going to be an infield single possible. So there's going to be no error to check. We're doing a base running rating of Turner, who's a 3. So if we roll a 4, 5, or 6, Turner is out. 1, 2, or 3, Turner beats it out. It's a 3, so Turner beat out the infield single. And there's no error to worry about. The new chart replaces that with basically a base runner or batter speed element. So runners are at first and second now with 2 down. And now Austin Adams is fatigued. And they do have a lefty Eaton coming on, so they're going to bring on a lefty themselves out of the pen. They don't want it to get worse than what it already is. So they go to the bullpen, and they're going to bring on Daniel Stumpf. So Stumpf, the lefty, will be coming on to replace Adams. Stumpf. Daniel Stumpf. And on the replay, Daniel Stumpf is 0-0 with a 4.73 ERA. No saves. And his job is just simply to take care of Adam Eaton. Now Austin Adams is going to go 1 inning, and he's going to give up a walk and a hit. No strikeouts, no runs, but the 2 on base are his responsibility. So now Stumpf is on to face Adam Eaton. And again, no strategy roll. Stumpf 2-3, double question mark. 1 is a single, but that's a 15, so it's a blank. We go to Eaton. 3-5, and that's a question mark 8 against a lefty. Goes to a 13, but that's a 14. So we just missed it. It's a deep fly to center by Eaton, but almost got extra bases. That would have blown the game wide open. But Reyes able to run it down, make the play to end the inning. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. It is 5-2. Favor of the Nationals. And they're going to bring Javi Guerra back out, and they're going to let him get a chance to get another save. Doolittle has been kind of overworked early on in the season, so they've got him in reserve in case Guerra gets into trouble. But right now, as of right now, they're going to let Guerra try to finish the deal. He's going to be facing Stewart, Dixon, and Candelario. And on the bench, they have Rodriguez and Beckham. Both of them hit 220 or less, so not really a good chance to bring in a pinch hitter. I think they're going to stick with who they have. So Guerra's facing Stewart, bottom of the 9th, 5-2 Nationals. 3-3. That is a home run question mark against a left-hander. It's 1-11. That's a 13, so it fails. So we go to Stewart. 3-2, star 5, fly to center. 1 down. Guerra looking for save number 2 on the season, which is what he had on the season. Here's here's a Dixon rather. Brandon Dixon. 1-3, possible error. Dixon 4-3. That's a single to center field. There is no error, but it is a base hit to center field. And that brings up Candelario. And now Doolittle is loosening in the bullpen. And if he allows another base runner, he may be coming out. He can face 6 batters. He's faced 5. This is batter number 6, and you don't want him in there when he's tired. So here is Candelario. No strategy roll. 2-6, strikeout chance 15 too high. We go to Candelario. 4-1, ground ball to third, could be a double play, but he's a 1. He's a -1 to 0. Or halfway is a 1. If this is a 1, it's a double play and the game's over. Anything else, the game continues. It's a 1. They turn it. 5-4-3 double play. Turned nicely by Rendon and Dozier. And the ball game is over. Javi Guerra gets the save. Wow. His second of the season. Anibal Sanchez improves to 6-3 on the season. So let's get our totals. Final line score, Washington 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors. And they left on, how many runners they leave on? They left on 6. For Detroit, 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors. And they left on 4. Winning pitcher was Anibal Sanchez. And he improves to 6-3. The loser was Cisnero in relief, and he is 0-1. With the save to Javi Guerra, his second. So there you go. Washington now improves to 49-32. And that is game 81. Game 82 and game 83 will be offline. That'll be replayed June 29th and June 30th on the calendar. July 1st is an off day, and then July 2nd, the next video will be back at Nats Park as they take on the Miami Marlins. So that's going to do it from here. Again, final score from Comerica Park. Washington 5, Detroit 2. So appreciate you tuning in and checking this out. Hope you enjoyed that presentation of Inside Pitch. And I hope you enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and enjoying the hobby. Because that's what it's all about, is enjoyment. So until next time, take care, and I will see you all down the road.